Hello again, friends and loyal Wolfpack members. Chaos Wolf here, and welcome back to the Wolfpack News Network, where we go and have a look at what's happening around the universe of Elite Dangerous. Now, first of all, this week we're changing it up a little bit, and we've got some info. Well, basically, they made a little statement about what's going to be happening at Gamescom this year. What they're saying is this week we're loading our cargo, plotting our courses, and preparing to depart for Gamescom 2016. They've got loads of exciting new things to share with us. They'll be live streaming the event from the venue over the week, so be sure to tune in every day, Thursday through Sunday from 10 AM to 12 CEST and 2:30 PM to 4 PM CEST. So that's going to be very interesting. I'm going to want to find out what they are going to be talking about over this. They said they're also going to be getting we're getting daily updates and all the exciting news with a bumper edition of the newsletter on Monday. So there's plenty of things to get excited about. Now, I'm already excited about this because I have long suspected that we were not going to be hearing anything about 2.2 until Gamescom. They wanted to do the big flashy announcements at Gamescom, and considering that we're also going to be getting a bumper newsletter on Monday, which, as far as I remember, we haven't really had before, that really does just reinforce in my mind that we're going to be getting a lot of really big information. Stuff that's too big just to put in, or just too big to wait until the next newsletter on next Friday. So I'm really looking forward to what's going to be happening over the course of the next week. And fingers crossed, we're going to be hearing a lot of great news for the future of Elite Dangerous and 2.2. So let's go and wait and find out what the hell is going to be happening. Okay, so moving on from that, there is also going to be a new official Elite Dangerous novel coming out. And what they're saying is the next chapter in the Elite Dangerous story is about to begin. And they're delighted to announce that there will be a new novel called Elite Dangerous Premonition to accompany it. So that's interesting. So I do suspect that this is again just more confirmation that we're going to be getting a lot more news, and we're going to be getting the next patch in the game sooner than we think. It also says that your collective actions in Elite Dangerous have huge impact on the galaxy, and this exciting new project will let you influence the story even further. Working closely with Elite Dangerous team author Drew Wager will be involved in the creation of community goals for you to take part in. Their outcome will directly influence the novel and the future of Elite Dangerous Galaxy. So that's interesting. Might actually get me to get off my butt and actually go and contribute to more of the community goals, because I'm kind of off doing my own thing most of the time. And it says, with tensions between the factions rising and Elite Dangerous on the brink of huge events going forward, what that will begin to change the galaxy forever. Where will you be when it happens? Hopefully at the forefront, because that's where I'm technically supposed to be. But anyway, to find out more about the Elite Dangerous Premonition, check out the blog post on the community site. Okay, right, so as always, if I remember, I'll put the link in the video description. If I forget, just go and check out the newsletter. Okay, so now we get over to the Horizons highlight. So now back to normal. And what they're saying here is, the first one here is, again, Commander Zinde, and he's found a brilliant canyon. Perfect for racing ships in. He even left the planet name and coordinates in the video description of the video that he's put up, and he said, we'd love to see groups of commanders taking on this course. So it does look kind of interesting. So yeah, as always, I will, if I remember, put a link in the video description. Alright, moving on, it says, when exploring, Commander Belial found a crashed ship on a planet's surface. The message he received was unusual. I can't seem to see the message from what I'm looking at the moment, but oh well. Okay, so we seem to be finding a lot more crashed ships recently. Could this be an alien conspiracy? One won't know for a while yet, but anyway. Moving on, the Jaunt to Jax expedition took place last week, with hundreds of commanders gathering to take part in the community goal to repair the Wandering Station. Pharos posted this video on YouTube that details some of the history behind the whole Jax story as well. So that's not bad. As always, link in the video description if I remember. Moving on, and just in case you missed, Saitek posted this high-res screenshot of the unknown probe for your viewing pleasure. I've got to say that is really amazing how he's managed to get it so in. It's just, wow, you can just see every little detail on that thing. But anyway, moving onwards. Next, Flag to the World paint job sale. With a host of international events in full swing this summer, we felt it only made sense if you could represent your favourite country across the galaxy. For a limited time, you can grab any of the national flag paint jobs for the Cobra Mark III or the Viper Mark III for just £1. So that's not bad at all. I might actually go and pick up the Norwegian one because I do actually have the British one on my Viper Mark III. When I have it on, I call it my Jaguar. Just like the one in the picture here. Okay, so moving on, and news from the Galactic Nebula Expedition. Basically, following the huge success of the Crab Nebula Expedition, the EDEX community are plotting courses to discover and catalogue nebulae and other breathtaking parts of the galaxy. Whether you're a seasoned explorer or a fledgling scout, you'll have a chance to be part of the huge exploration that will support and guide you through the centre of the galaxy. For more information, you can visit the official forum post or check out the epic trailer. Like I said, links in the video description if I remember. Now, moving on, we're going into the Galnet focus. First of all, personnel at Jax Station have announced that their appeal for repair materials has reached a successful conclusion, more than a week before the campaign was scheduled to end. So, big thank you for the enthusiastic support of the galactic community. Thousands of pilots have been understood to have contributed even to the initiative, in some cases taking multiple trips to the system. So, wow, okay. That shows some serious dedication. Moving on, recent reports from the Empire-controlled Pleiades sector basically indicate that the Pleiades Resource Enterprises, a federal organisation, is preparing to launch an assault with the aim of taking the reign from the region from the Empire even. The Imperial Inquisition has asked all Empire-aligned pilots to travel to the system and help repel the federal offensive, while the Pleiades Resource Enterprise has issued a call to arms to all Federation-aligned fighters. So I suspect this is actually going to be another community goal. Moving on, Federal President Zachary Hudson has announced that the federal appeal for construction materials received an enthusiastic support of the galactic community even. Hundreds of independent pilots supported the campaign by delivering autofabricators, tantalum and superconductors to Brady Horizons in the Guheimer system, which will allow the Federation to start work on the first of 3 new Friganaut-class battlecruisers. So, eye for an eye, the Federation are upping their firepower just as the Empire are doing the same thing. So, looks like things are escalating for war. Yeah, you know what, we're going to end up beating ourselves bloody and then all of a sudden the Thargoids are going to turn up, aren't they? But anyway, moving on. At a rally on Mars in the Sol system, Federal Shadow President Felicia Winters has addressed the escalating tension between the Federation and the Empire. Addressing citizens who had gathered to support her, the Shadow President said that a war between our two societies could have a disastrous impact on the galaxy. Now that's something we agree on, love. Moving on to the next point, the Union Party of Ambika has announced that its two-pronged relief campaign has received the full support of the galactic community. I should know, Commander Ducky was there. But huge deliveries of food were received at Gulat City, and the agitators attempting to disrupt the relief operation have been neutralised. Yep, we took out a good few of them ourselves. Next, moving on to the comms chatter. Commander Olivka wasn't expecting that to happen. Okay, what was this? Oh, hello. It looks like he dropped out and something hit him and exploded. Oh, Next, Commander Zinde knows no bounds. He wrote, "So shiny. Imperial slaves really outdid themselves on this one." Yeah, I'm sure they did. And next, Derage88 ups the ante this week with in the glamour department. "Can't wait till I can put these bad boys on my asp." Yep, no, I do imagine they would make your asp go extremely quick. I wonder how far it could jump on those with those, I wonder. But anyway, they're saying as well that we're more afraid of Commander's well-being at this point after being so close to those engines. Yeah, I don't doubt it. All the radiation coming off of those. But anyway guys, that's it for the newsletter. I do hope you have enjoyed and come away somewhat more enlightened about what's happening around the universe of Elite Dangerous. But as always, like the video if you liked it, dislike it if you didn't. Neither of those good enough for you, that's what the comments are for. Anyway, I've been Commander Chaos Wolf, you guys have been epic, I will see you soon. And until then, Commanders, keep flying and stay shiny.